All right, let's just jump right in. You know, the biggest puzzle for pretty much any business isn't just getting customers. The real challenge is making more money from them than it actually costs to get them in the door. So today we are breaking down exactly how Alex Hormozi built a $100 million portfolio by totally mastering this one problem. So, does this sound familiar? You're pouring money into ads, right? But the profit you make from each new customer, it just doesn't even come close to covering what you spent. Hormozi says this is the #1 reason businesses fail. It's like you've got this leaky bucket and it's draining your company dry before you even realize what's happening. And that's where this quote from Alex Hormozi himself just hits you. The problem isn't your product, and it's not even your marketing. It's your money model. A bad one will absolutely kill your business. I don't care how hard you work. So the bottom line is, we have to fix the model itself. So first, let's take a look at what a broken model really looks like. Hormozi calls this the cash-starved business. And honestly, it's this terrifying downward spiral that so many entrepreneurs get trapped in. So here's how it plays out. You start spending more on ads than you're making in profit. So what's the logical next step? You cut the ad budget. But of course, that means fewer customers are coming in. Before you know it, you're propping up the business with your own savings, taking out loans, maxing out credit cards, just praying for some kind of miracle. And then eventually, the cash runs out, and it's all over. That is the spiral we have to break. But here's the good news. It does not have to be that way. Hormozi actually developed a system to solve this exact problem, a system that took him from being completely broke to having a 9-figure net worth. And this is his $100 million money model. And listen, this isn't just some theory he cooked up. Hormozi lived this. He literally started out sleeping on the floor of his first gym, in what he called his concrete bedroom, just absolutely terrified he was going to fail. By perfecting these money models, he built a portfolio of companies that now do over $200 million a year. He solved this problem for himself. So what is a money model exactly? Well, it's actually pretty simple. It's a sequence of offers. That's it. You're just finding every single opportunity you can to solve a customer's problems, and then you offer to solve them, one right after another. It's not about one single magic offer, it's about the entire journey you take them on. Okay, this car rental example illustrates the idea perfectly. Picture this. You show up to get that cheap $19 a day rental you saw online. First, they offer you an upgrade to a bigger truck. Then they offer a late return option. Then comes the premium insurance. You say no, so what do? They downsell you to the minimum insurance. And finally, they offer a prepaid gas option. And just like that, your $19 rental is now a $100 rental. They just solved a whole sequence of problems you didn't even know you had. So how do we actually build one of these for our own businesses? Well, Hormozi breaks it all down into 4 fundamental building blocks. Think of these as the different types of offers that, when you put them together, create a seriously powerful money-making engine. And here they are. First, you've got attraction offers. These are what get customers in the door. Then you've got upsells, like when McDonald's asks if you want to supersize that for just a little bit more. Then there are downsells, which are all about saving a sale when someone says no to the full price. Maybe you offer a payment plan or a light version. And finally, continuity offers. Think Netflix subscriptions that create that predictable, recurring revenue. Now, for this explainer, we're going to laser focus on that first and, honestly, most critical piece, attraction offers. Why? Because, look, if you can't get customers in the door profitably, nothing else you do even matters. So let's dive into 3 of Hormozi's most powerful attraction offer strategies that you can start using right away. First up is the decoy offer. And the strategy here, it's just brilliant in its simplicity. You advertise a really simple, often free or super low-cost offer. But the only reason you do that is to get a lead. Once they're interested, you show them a much better premium offer that makes the first one look like, well, a decoy. And this is how you frame it. You show them the 2 options side by side. The decoy is the basic do-it-yourself version with no support, no guarantee. The premium option, though, it's got all the bells and whistles. Unlimited access, one-on-one coaching, even a guarantee. The contrast makes the premium option the only logical choice for anybody who's actually serious about getting results. And this is key because it filters for serious buyers right away. And this is the pivot. The moment a potential customer asks about that cheap decoy offer, you ask them this killer question. Almost every single person is going to say lasting results. And that gives you the perfect permission to focus the rest of the conversation on your premium offer, the one that actually delivers those results. All right, strategy number 2. This one uses the absolutely irresistible power of the word free. Hormozi tells this great story about the Nashville boot factory. Their sign is impossible to miss, and their offer is even more powerful. Now, they could just say, hey, come buy 3 pairs of boots for $600. I mean, that's a normal sale. It's logical, but it's not exciting at all. It wouldn't stop anyone in their tracks. It's just a transaction. But this is a powerful attraction offer. The price is exactly the same, but the psychology is totally different. It's not just a sale anymore. It's an event. You're not just buying boots, you're getting 2 pairs for free. That word free is emotionally way more powerful than any discount you could ever offer. Okay, this last one is an absolute game changer. It's called the win your money back offer. This is genius because it completely gets rid of the customer's risk, but it also motivates them to actually use your product and get results. So they pay you upfront, but they have a chance to earn it all back. And here's how it works. You just set really clear criteria for them to win. Maybe they win by getting a specific result, like losing 10 pounds. Or maybe they win by taking certain actions, like showing up to all their coaching calls. You can even require both. And here's the magic. This aligns their success completely with your success. It creates incredible results and, of course, amazing testimonials for you. So as we start to wrap this up, I want to leave you with this really powerful mindset shift from Hormozi. It's so easy to look at these strategies and immediately think, oh, that won't work for my business. The real challenge, and where all the opportunity is to switch your thinking and ask, how can I make this work for my business? And really, that's what this is all about. It's not just about learning this stuff, it's about doing something with it. So think about the decoy, the buy one, get 2 free, and the win your money back models. Which one of those just sparked an idea for you? What's the very first offer